Oops. There it is. Hi, guys. It's been forever. Peace, family. I haven't come on here in so long and said anything. I hope everybody is well with whatever you have going on. I know that the pandemic is kind of big and we're getting ready to go back on lockdown. So I hope everybody is safe and healthy and happy and whole. I wanted to talk about something today, and it has to do with decluttering your mind, right? So a lot of us were taught when we were little, and maybe even now as an adult, your mother tells you, well, first of all, how cool is this filter? I thought it was so cute. And look, when I move the other way, it goes another color. Ooh, 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 ooh. Isn't it cute? Hey, Damien. Okay, so we're told to, I know. Isn't it kind of cool? Can you see me though? See or no? I thought this was really cute. I put it on. Okay, anyways. So we were told that, the way you keep your house is like a reflection of yourself. So if your house was a mess, then your life is a mess, right? You ever been told that? Well, I wanted to take it a step further and say, if your mindset is a mess, then your life is a mess. And so, with that being said, I think it is important that we declutter our brains. What I mean by that, we only have a certain amount of capacity for things, okay? We only have a certain amount of capacity for things. So what that means is that you cannot fill your head with the junk that you don't have time to focus on. Period. That means whether you gotta, like one of the things I did, right? I used to get news alerts from CNN, from ABC, and I'd want to know what was happening in the world or in my area. And it was kind of stressing me out, guys. It was stressing me out. I'm like, oh my God, there was a 7.7 earthquake in this country. And oh my God, child trafficking was happening here. Now, there's a difference between being aware and just engulfed in it. And me, and knowing my personality type and how much stress that would put on me to be like, oh my God, what kind of world am I raising my children in? And things like that. It was a bit much. And so I had to make sure that I wasn't entertaining that stuff, right? So even with this pandemic, there's a difference between being aware and knowledgeable of what's happening. Peace, sis. Peace, D. Renee. Peace, beautiful. Peace, Queen Tamika, J Boss. Hi, everybody. Hey, family. I was actually just talking about decluttering your brain and how, we're told when we're younger that the way you keep your home is a reflection of the way that your life would be, right? And I'm taking it a step further to say that you got to clear the clutter in your brain as well. And so whether that means pushing out media manipulation, whether that means pushing out gossip from when your friends call you with the drama between them and their man or their coworkers or their whatever, our brain only has a certain amount of capacity to take certain stuff. So the more and more that you allow that negative stuff to take the space in your brain and clutter your brain, the less time you have to focus on what you need to focus on, your goals, your dreams, your visions, or even something as minute as getting a good night's rest, guys, because you don't have the capacity to really get things done. Got it, Damien, I will. So yeah, one of the analogies I like to give is like, imagine if, and it could be whatever, junk reality TV, I'll give you an example. Way back in the day, I used to watch Bad Girls Club, and I thought that it was the thing to do. Like, that was one of my favorite shows. I'm talking like 10 years ago. That was one of my favorite shows. But I found that I was speaking like what I was seeing on TV, or even to take it a step further, it was like handling problems with your fists became more okay because that's what I was seeing every day, right? So like whether it's reality TV, the music that you're listening to, if you're listening to music that is referring to women as bitches and hoes, it's more than likely that you're going to refer to women as bitches and hoes, right? So the analogy that I like to give is that we already have so much clutter in our brain from whatever programming or conditioning we've been a part of, whether it's TV, whether it's music, whether it's your influences, your circle of friends, your family, whatever, right? So imagine if you have a pitcher of muddy water. In order to clear out that water, you have to keep adding water. And as the water overflows, what's going to happen is the muddy water will get clearer and clearer and clearer. And at some point of pouring in just straight clean water, you will then have a pitcher of clear water. But what if when you're pouring in the water, it's not all clear? It's never going to go back to being clear, that pitcher. So what does that look like in real life? What if you're like, well, you know what? I'm reading all these books and I'm listening to all these audios and I'm working on my personal development and I'm putting positive things in my mind. But at the end of the night, and no offense if you do this, but at the end of the night, you still watching Love and Hip Hop. That's your guilty pleasure. It's still a little bit of negative coming into your mind. So instead of pouring just that clean cup of water, right, which is your positive input going into your brain, the pitcher of muddy water is your brain from whatever conditioning or subconscious stuff that's happened. Even if you got to go to the job and you hear negative Nancy's all day complaining at work or whatever that is, right? As long as you are still putting just a little percentage of negativity through your brain, even if you just watch the news before you go to bed, you are still contributing to the muddy water. You are still, instead of pouring a fresh glass of water, you are pouring more mud, and that pitcher will never become clear again. I hope that this made sense. Does anybody feel me on this? But I just wanted to point out how important it was, even in times like this with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world. Like, you have to remove yourself from it. Like, no matter how deep involved you are, you know, again, people are talking about it at work. People are talking about it, whatever. Your friends call you with drama or this or that, or, you know, this person got shot. I'm not saying don't have compassion for people's situations. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to feel and let it go and move on. And then when you have the choice, especially when you have the choice of what you're inputting into your brain, make sure it's clean water, not muddy water. Make sure that it's positive things. Make sure that you're not gossiping, that you're not talking about things that really don't affect you. If it doesn't have anything to do with you, let it go. Let it go. Because the more time and the more capacity of your brain you are giving to other situations that have nothing to do with you, the less capacity you have to handle the things that are going to come your way. And life is going to happen. Your kids are going to act out. Your relationship might have issues. Your family might have problems. Someone's health might fail. Your car might break down. You never know. But in order for you to have the capacity to handle those things, you can't be at full capacity all the time with everybody else's stuff. So that's really all I had today, guys. I wanted to come on here and say hello. I haven't really gone live in a while, and so I just wanted to spread love and light and positivity. Please be mindful of what you're putting in your head. It's so, so, so very important. That includes what's on your timeline and social media. If you go through your social media and everything's negative, it might be time to check who you're following. It might be time to clear that friends list. All right, guys, that'll do it for today. Peace. I'll be back soon. Have a great rest of the weekend.